social media. How do introverts use social media? What does that look like? And it could be the same. Maybe it don't matter. I mean, if you're introvert or extrovert, you want to post a picture of your feet and your food. Maybe that's just regular.
I feel like I'm probably more social on social media than I am.
Oh, he be in them DMs. He be in them DMs.
No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, well, and then it's different types of social media.
Okay.
But I guess it's a comfort level of, I can tweet whatever I want, whatever's on the top of my head or whatever like that, and I can spark a conversation, but I don't have to stay in the conversation. But it can be definitely like stressful, like even like Instagram. I don't post a whole lot on the page, but I'll post in the stories because I know they're going to delete in like 24 hours. So it's like, it can be anything, but yeah, and I still feel like sometimes I'm more social on social media, and then certain ones like Facebook, I feel like I'm not social on there. I don't know, maybe it's a different crowd or whatever like that, but it's just like somebody's messaging me, I don't want to talk at all. Like, why are you talking to me?
What do you mean? Who messaging you? I don't understand.
I mean, especially like random friend requests, and it's like, I don't know you, so what do we have to talk about? Teenage probably, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it's similar for me because it depends on what the social media is. Yeah. I'm silent on Twitter. I haven't used Twitter in months. So Instagram, I'm fairly on there just about every day, maybe every other day. And Facebook, I'm on pretty much every day, even though I'm not posting. So if being social means what am I actually posting, and what am I posting? Is it a status? Is it a story? I do more stories than anything because, like you said, they go away, and not that that's the reason why. But I think the more important stuff is what you do if you want people to see it and have a record of it, and they just can't pull it up. So am I more social on social? I don't know. It's like split. It's like 50-50 for me. Okay. I think I'm just as social on social media as I am in real life.
Okay. You had a good example. You started the conversation prior to the filming, so what's up?
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of like that. I'm just as reserved on social media as I am in real life. So I don't hardly post anything. And even when I want to, I don't know why I kind of second guess it. Like, I feel like, am I being vain? I don't know. Even though everyone else posts all the time and no one cares. And that might be a kind of an introverted thing, just constantly thinking all the time. Yeah. But I do enjoy, commenting on other people's posts and things like that. But as far as me sharing my own life, you're probably not going to see much. So.
I want to piggyback off of that because I don't post a lot either because I feel like, dang, if I post this picture, am I like being vain, So vanity is like, it's huge for me. So I don't want to come off as vain or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason why I don't post too much.
I wish more people would do that because I'd be like, if I see one more of your picture on this thing, get out of here.
I'd say ditto that. I'm less social on social media, but I like to comment on people's stuff or, even people I don't know like that well. But like, I'll think the same thing. I will be up at night thinking things from maybe 2 weeks ago, Not with social media, but just in general. But yeah, with social media, I may post something and then go, no, that's not. No.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all think that much about it?
I've done that before.
It's not just me.
Yeah. Like it was a picture of me and my cousin, and we were having a good time. So me and my little cousin, like 2, 3, I don't know, I think it's like 4 now. And he, I posted it on my story, and like I started like panicking. I was like, I felt like I was using him for likes and stuff like that. And so I was like, I'm gonna delete it. But then I posted maybe like this, like a whole 6 months later. I posted him just a few days ago, and it was a funny story too. But I felt different. Like I felt like I don't know. It felt a little more natural. So maybe I was overthinking back then, but. I don't know. I just, some things I'm comfortable with, some things I'm not.
Yeah.
So
that's quite interesting because I feel like extroverts just be like, they post and then they don't take it down until somebody call them out and they be like, oh, I didn't even realize that was offensive. Because we just like, again, we think as we talk as we think, and we post as we think without realizing it.
Yeah, another thing I'll say is that I've noticed extroverted people, like on Instagram, I thought the emphasis was on instant, but people post paragraphs. I'm like, I'm not reading this, and I'm not going to post anything simple.
That's actually
one line is what I do.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what about, we gotta talk about this because we can't have any video without talking about this topic that everybody talks about. The photographer, videographer is looking at me like, oh, here we go again. But from an introvert perspective, I want to know your thoughts on relationships. First, we're gonna start with friendships, and then we'll go on into, romantic relationships. What are your thoughts on friendships? What does a friend look like to you? Do you have many friends? Do you have like different layers of friends? You open up to some about, maybe one or two, or do you kind of spill everything out to all your friends? Like, what does it look like to you on the friendship level?
It's definitely layers of friendships, or I guess how deep you get with people, and it definitely takes time to get into like my close personal space, because I don't want my business out in the streets, so it definitely takes time, and it's a comfort thing. Like, if we just randomly kick it, and it works, that's a rarity. But
how long does it take for somebody to get in your inner circle?
It just matters on their personality type. Because some people like I just automatically gel with, which is not too common. Okay. But and those people typically stay in my life, forever. And then others is just like, are they doing a whole lot? And I'm a friendly person, so I'll be friendly with you. Yeah. But it's still like a wall there.
Okay. What type of person is like an ideal friend for you? Like, what personality type, what character type for you? Like, hey, I bang with them. Anybody? It's okay.
I'm a very friendly person too. I like to try to be friends with everybody, but of course we know you can't. But so like there's different layers of, different types of friends. I feel like people who really, really get me, or I don't have to say, friends where I don't really have to say much, like they just know. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they'll say something and they'll just read my mind. Okay. And I'm just like, wow, or I know that they, genuinely care about me on a different level. Like there's good time friends. Like I really can't stand those what are those relationships that's like like
flimsy,
not, or just like just like not real, like not deep, like
superficial.
Yeah,
like
I can't
surface.
stand that. I'm like,
yeah. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like as an extrovert, you call everybody a friend because you just whatever, y'all hanging out. But is that different for you all?
Yes, I call everybody an acquaintance until they make it to the friend level. So yeah, it does take a while for me to open up, and the people I have opened up to, they'll be like, yeah, when I first met you, you were laughing at all my jokes. I didn't know what your personality was. So it takes a while for me to warm up, but once I do, I don't mind sharing personal things with people, especially if they're reciprocating that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people who get me, understand me, and we like to have fun. That's how I view friendship.
Okay. So Mike, I would use our friendship as an example. I think we're close friends, but we both know that we don't talk to each other probably not even weekly. Mm-hmm. So maybe once every few weeks, but you're still a close friend. Mm-hmm. And we've been cool and like instant friends. Mm-hmm. Woodstream Church. I think that's how it is with a lot of my friends. I mean, whenever I come around, it's cool. It's like we catch up, and then we go. I won't say our separate ways, but we do go and do our own thing. Mm-hmm. So, and it's never like hate. It's just that they it's like the level. They know how I am, mm-hmm. So they know how much I communicate. Mm-hmm. So it's not like disappointment when they don't hear from me. And most people that I say, man, I haven't been around in a minute. It's like, oh, it's cool. Mm-hmm. Most people give me that reaction, like it's cool. Yeah. Even family I don't talk to in a long time. It's like, it's alright, we're not tripping.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I say if we like speak the same language, but you don't have to speak the same language. There are some people it's like, oh, you're cool. You know, you don't even have to say much. Whether it's friends you've known a decade or you just kind of known a couple months, you can just kind of tell. You know, and then there's some people they don't really speak your same language, but that's cool. You know, like they value. You can tell they value. You can tell you can talk to them about certain things and it won't get out.
Okay. So how do friends, let's say, even approach you or address you with, let's say, a disagreement or criticism? Like, what's the best way for a friend to approach someone with, an introverted person with a critique or with, hey, I think you did this, not the best way, in a way that you can receive?
One-on-one.
Okay.
In a public space. Yeah. Definitely one-on-one.
Okay. What about delivery though?
Yeah.
Is there a certain way? Because some people might be like a little more like don't like criticism, so you might have to kind of gently like slide it in, or you can be direct. Does it? Maybe that there's no correlation with that with introverts versus extroverts.
I like direct.
Me too.
Okay. Two. What? You don't care? Direct? You don't care?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on, don't beat around the bush, but it depends on, like, their personality type. If they're my friend, then I know their personality type.
Okay.
But I prefer a direct.
Okay.
Direct's fine. Yeah.
Which is very interesting because I think it might be opposite or different for an extrovert because extroverts are so tapped into their feelings. If you approach them with saying, hey, I didn't like doing so and so, they might be like, well, what do you mean? Why this? Why that and other? Or I'm gonna call her out. Sometimes when Tawana has some things, some critiques for me, she'll start in the way of so how's everything? How are you going? Are you taking on too much weight, or how's your? She'll start to try to empathize with me on that level before she gets into what it is because she wants to make sure that I can receive it. Which probably works because we can be ready to fight or so defensive when it ain't even that serious. So it's interesting. So directness works for you all. All right, cool. All right, so let's get into the relationship stuff. So romantic relationships. So you're introverts. How do you go about expressing interest in somebody that you like? Because y'all are probably more chill, more shy. Like, what do you do?
I'm really bad at it. I'm just be honest. I'm really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't do anything? And it's different for women versus men, so I definitely want to hear that perspective. So as a woman,
I definitely like when a guy's a little more like not aggressive but assertive nature. Not necessarily I like that kind of guy, but it's easier for me, or I'll just be like, oh, okay, like you know what you want. Now I'm realizing guys like that too, but I don't know. It's easier if I'm like in a group or amongst friends. I like to meet people organically, and like I can talk to them, but it's easier when you know them through someone or if it's I don't know.
Okay.
It's just.
Okay.
Just kind of give a look, but like.
Not
too long. Like I'll look
the
over.
eyes.
Like I'll look over, but then I'm just like, okay, they should get the hint. But then sometimes they don't get it.
Okay. What about you? What do you think? From a guy's perspective, you're interested in somebody.
Yes. Life is just awkward. I mean, it is, and it's probably worse for a guy because like we're the ones that have to like initiate and do all the work, quote unquote. But I don't know. Come back to me. I'm still thinking.
Okay.
So similar to what I said with friendships, I've been described as aloof when guys approach me. So like they don't even know I'm interested until I'm like, oh crap, they're pulling away. Let me, I don't know, send a joke or something like that. So yeah, I guess usually humor is how I try to
Okay. What about you?
Slide in the DMs.
That's it. What do you say? You just gotta, like, your eyes is beautiful and stuff.
What do I say? Because that's how that's how I got into my last relationship. But what do I say? I don't know. It's different. Like you just gotta relate with something that show that you've kind of been paying attention.
Okay.
Not too much attention, not stalkerish, but just have a balance, and then be intentional about it, and say what your intentions are, and it works.
So does that? So virtually sliding into the DMs.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta wrap up. Lord, we gotta come back to this one.
Yeah, that's definitely the saving grace.
This is the saving grace. We gotta pick up. But thank you so much for joining. Please, if you want to hear the rest of this conversation, you have to tune in for the next video.